Welcome to Vision for the Nation. Welcome to Vision for the Nation. Welcome to Vision for the Nation.
Marching down the street with branches of trees, expressing our grievances. Everybody knows that green is for peace, calling our government to address our needs. Before we know it, them friends soldiers come. They're trying to stop us, they shoot us with guns. My brother ran, but he fell on the ground. The soldiers came on him, I heard him shouting, let's stand for a ride. Give up the fight, their children unite and stand for your right. Let's stand for a right. Don't give up the fight, their children unite and stand for your right. You're teaching me in French, but I'm an Englishman. Judging me in French, but I'm an Englishman. You can't speak English, I can't speak French, yet you are leader on an English land. I don't know what the government is thinking about, but half of the story has never been told. You know education is better than gold. Before they killed him, I heard him say, let's stand for our right. Don't give up the fight. Their children unite. Give up that fight, their children unite, oh, and stand for your right, oh. Who Jah bless, no man fake and curse. Who Jah bless, no man fake and curse. So brother, sister, mama, papa, make we come together and do that keep in silence and you think that you're free. And when the rain falls, it fall on every house. And when the fire burn, it will burn on every house. So let's stand for a right. Don't give up the fight. That children unite and stand for your right. Don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. That children unite and stand for your right. Marching down the street with branches of trees, expressing our grievances. Everybody knows that green is for peace, calling a government to address our needs. Before we know it, them friends soldiers come. They try to stop us, they shoot us with gun. My brother ran, but he fell on the ground. The soldiers came on him, I heard him shouting, let's stand for a right. Don't give up the fight. Their children unite and stand for your right. Let's stand for a right. Don't give up the fight. Their children unite and stand for your right. You're teaching me in French, but I'm an Englishman. Judging me in French, but I'm an Englishman. You can't speak English, I can't speak French. Yet you are leader on an English land. I don't know what the government is thinking about, but half of the story has never been told. You know education is better than gold. Before they killed him, I heard him say, let's stand for our right. Don't give up the fight. Their children unite and stand for your right. Let's stand for our right. Don't give up the fight. Their children unite, oh, and stand for your right. Oh. Jah bless, no man fake and curse. Who Jah bless, no man fake and curse. So brother, sister, mama, papa, make we come together and do that keep in silence and you think that you're free. And when the rain falls, it fall on every house. And when the fire burn, it burn on every house. So let's stand for a right. Don't give up the fight. Their children unite and stand for your right. Don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. Their children unite and stand for your right.
Hello and welcome to Vision for the Nation. Good day. I am MC Danny, your host, and I'm happy to be on this platform today, reaching out to our people, reaching out to you out there, you who has been waiting for this show. Thank you so much for being live with me here. You know, if you are watching me and you can, please do share this video, share it on ABC Ambazonia. You know, that's where we are officially. Go there, share it, or you can also go to Vision for the Nation, search it on YouTube, and you can also share the link there. So please do reach out to somebody, reach out to a friend, reach out to a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister, you know, anybody that you can reach out to. Do so and let them know that I am live here on ABC Amber TV. So once again, good day, welcome to Vision for the Nation. We have an interesting topic. I am very sure most of you, with the situation that is ongoing, you probably are at home or confined to your home because of the pandemic that is out there. And you know, I thought, well, what can we say during this period and with regards to our revolution? So, you know, in today's topic, we're looking at the COVID-19 that will not slow us. It will not slow us in our fight for the restoration of our statehood, Ambazonia, the federal state of Ambazonia. Now, you know, I'm sorry that I wasn't there last week because there were some issues that was going on and the show had to be cancelled. And also yesterday I couldn't come because, you know, the President, His Excellency Dr. Ifeanyi Sako was giving a speech, and I've even come late today because that speech was being repeated. So I beg your pardon on that. I do my best to always be on time as much as I can, except something delays or there's a cancellation or whatever. Just as to say a good shout out to those on Ground Zero, those who've been writing to me, encouraging me about the show, those on the ABC TV platform, those all around the world who've been sending me messages, calling me out also, and just encouraging me about what I'm doing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know, when you are doing these things, it takes a lot of energy and consistency. And so thanks for those who are encouraging. I really need it. And, thanks for being there while we do our best to see how to reach out with the right information that you need, with the right, education and things like that. So keep watching ABC Amber TV. Keep sharing. Let others know what is going on and what is happening. And in case you miss the president's speech, please just search it on our official ABC channel on Facebook, ABC Ambazonia. Just search for it, or you can search also on YouTube. Well, good. So once again, welcome to Vision for the Nation. I am Danny MC, your host. And like I mentioned, we are looking at the COVID-19. That is kind of our topic, but we're just saying COVID-19 shall not slow us. It shall not slow us on our quest to obtain our total independence. Just remember, it is there. It's a matter. We have already our independence. It's a matter of internationally being recognized, as you would hear the president say and others who have said on this platform. So, COVID-19. What are we talking about here? The COVID-19, it's just a short form to say coronavirus 2019, because it started in 2019, around December, late 2019, last year. And it's a pandemic right now that has grown, and it has come to this stage. So for those that are not yet so familiar how it started, this is a virus that broke out in China around December last year, and it has gradually been spreading across the world. Obviously, many people are taking precautions, governments are taking precautions. So many places it's a lockdown, and it's been creating fear in the hearts of people. What I want to say personally is that yes, it's out there and we need to be very careful, but do not allow that fear of the pandemic to take over you. So, and we're not really dwelling much about the virus itself, although it's out there. But as much as possible, you hear the precautions out there that you can take against it. Please follow them, be on the best of hygiene, and protect yourself as much as you can. In fact, protect yourself as much as you can from any disease. The coronavirus is not the only disease that is out there. There's cancer, there's even flu that also kills. You'll be surprised that thousands that flu has killed even last year. So let it not be something that makes you too frightened, but be cautious, be aware. And so the question now is, many people are locked down in different countries, in different places of the world. Borders are being shut. In fact, flights have been cancelled, airports have been grounded, and there is literally no activity going out there. Trading and businesses have shut down. It's crazy. And right now, we Ambazonians who have been on the quest, you see, this revolution has seen all kind of things. I mean, we've gone through so many things, and in this short space, our short time of our revolution, we have seen just too many things. We've seen many people being killed by La Republique. We've seen coronavirus that has come. We have seen various groups that have risen against each other, trying to slow down the revolution. Activists who've been acting funny, some who have been bought over. We've seen all kinds of stuff in this revolution. And, I just keep encouraging us to stay focused and stay on the mark. Stay focused and stay. Do not let this thing deter you. Right now, I think it's not what we planned for and what we hope for. But right now, while we are at home, confined in most of the cases, this is the time to even put more gas, and obviously the enemy is not going to sleep. The Bible says that while men slept, the enemy came and sowed evil seed, and so these things grew up, and before you know it, by the time people woke up from their sleep, the enemy had already sown things. So we don't want to be in that position where we allow the enemy, while it's like, nobody goes out, it's locked down and things like that, then we sleep. No, while we are in our homes, while we are confined, we should instead see how to push the message. This is the time where people will even listen more, if I would say, because right now a lot of people at home. So yes, it is time to reach to them the message. It is time to re-educate our people. It is time for people to hear the message, because now they are forced to listen. They are forced because they can't really move, and it's creating a lot of pandemic. But we Ambazonians, we've got the energy, and let us use the situation and put in the energy for the world to hear out there that there is something more than coronavirus that has been killing us, and that is the system and the government of La République du Cameroon. And I can assure you, my fellow brothers and sisters, that even as we are right now, they are not they're relaxing. You would think, because we hear news of this epidemic or so that is beginning to hit La République du Cameroon. We have heard of cases, and it's been going up from what we hear from the news. It's not me, but that's what we hear. And you would think, okay, maybe they will now concentrate on their own people. They will now focus on seeing how to deal with their health issue that is right now. But that is not what they're going to focus. They are still going to go out there to attack our people and to kill our people. So for the restoration fighters, for those who are on the ground, do not lay down your guards. Do not think that, during this period, because there is fear all around the place, the military is going to withdraw. They are not going to withdraw because they know exactly what is happening regarding this virus. So they're not going to withdraw. They are not going to lay down their guards. In fact, they will want to use this opportunity to see how they can attack us, destroy us, disarm us, and all the like. And it is very interesting that in this period of time, the UN Secretary, I think it's Guterres, came up and he was appealing that, people or nations or groups that are in conflict should lay down their weapon. Well, or should cease fire, sorry to say. It's true that that's what makes sense, but in our case, we will not. I don't think we're going to cease the fire. We're not going to hold back from defending ourselves, because there's a right process there in Swiss, the Swiss talk that we have, and we're waiting for La République to come on the table, sit on that table, then we begin to discuss, and then the ceasefire and all the like could be discussed on that table. So right now, we should not let our guards be discouraged or think that we are going to, that things are just going to be business as usual, or that we're going to discourage ourselves. No. On the other hand, for those who are on the forefront, you want to also health-wise be very careful, take the necessary precautions that you need, and also, keep the fire burning, and do not let the enemy deter you with all what is going out there. Yes, the mass, we are very sure, we know the interim government is taking precautions and trying to more and more, as you heard the president say, put things in place, policies and stuff like that will help us, that will help in terms of the health sector. And we heard, I think it was last week, when the Secretary of Health came out and he gave some advices with Secretary Chris on the show. So we want to be in that position where we bring out the best of us, even in this time. In case you are watching and you want to call, please, 1 second. In case you want to call, you can call us. The lines are literally, open right now. You can call us on WhatsApp, or you can send a message. You can call us using the number that's +447379487450. I repeat that number again on WhatsApp, +447379487450. So please do everything you can to to stay safe, literally. Yeah. So COVID-19, the coronavirus, is it going to slow us? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to slow us. And very interestingly, while the world is now observing lockdown and all the like, we on Ground Zero had already been observing that, and we're kind of used to. Not to say the most pleasant of things, but we are prepared. And what I believe we should not do in this moment is to, be unaware of the tactics and the devices of the enemy, of, what La Republique could do. So we want to be on our guards, and just like the president said, while we are having international borders being locked down and so on, it is very likely we'll be going towards a lockdown also of Ambazonia in terms of our borders and stuff like that. We are a nation. It's our right to declare these things, and it's our right to, put ourselves in a position where we know is best, or where our safety is best, where our health is best to observe. Next week, I look forward to doing, a topic on, or to doing the show on the topic, our healthcare system, what is the vision of our healthcare system. So, watch out for that. Take your time and think of maybe some idea, not maybe, think of ideas that, the way we could structure our nation. How do we prepare for such moments or for such pandemics? How do we prepare? How do we look into taking care of our older ones, the weak ones, and stuff like that. Now, it's very interesting and amazing that around the world, the 70 plus seem to be discarded in a sense. It looks, there's that feeling as if, they are telling the people who are 70 plus to be more quarantined, to stay far away from people more, do not visit them. There's almost that sense, which is sad because you cannot abandon your parents, you cannot abandon your loved ones, you cannot abandon those who can give you wisdom. But sadly, there's that sense that is almost going as if those people, they are the ones that will get sick more and stuff like that. Yes, anybody can get sick. The virus, I guess, does not care what age you are. So I don't want to go so much into the virus itself, but in terms of us as a people that are working towards the quest for our total independence. The independence is there. We need the total independence. We need the recognition. So we shall not discourage ourselves. We must not look at the way the world is treating this thing and want to do it the same way. No. Yes, we have to have the necessary precautions that we need to take, but we are in war. Now, our people have been dying more than what even we are being presented in by the coronavirus. Sadly, it's not as if I'm trying to compare the two, but the truth is that our people have been dying in numbers, and we need to even take a far more preventive measures against this virus that has been destroying our people prior to this one. So let us do our best. Okay, just a second. Let me take care of something just a moment. I've just been notified about something which I need to look into. Okay, one moment. Okay, so thanks a lot, comrade, whoever was the person that indicated this thing. It was just a technical issue I had to take care of. So, sorry about that. Like I was saying, we are not going to be deterred in our battle. Remember, we are in in a confrontation. We are at war. That's what we are at right now. The coronavirus is just adding to make things a bit complex, but we are at war. And even as we speak, we have our fighters that La Republique is attacking them and that are being killed. So it's not because there's coronavirus that you think that, oh, they are now going to retreat and then focus on themselves, try to see how to take care of their health and all the like. No, they will not. The medical team can do that, the doctors can do that, but they will instead want to increase the attacks on us. But we don't want to let them. We should be instead on the forefront. We should be instead in the position where we are, hitting them hard. Yes, because they have killed us for so long. They've killed our people, our children. The memories are still there. So yes, Ambazonians, do not lay down your guards. Do not allow this thing in any way to slow us down. If especially those who are in countries abroad, out of Ambazonia, if you are in a nation where you've been on a lockdown, you've been quarantined, or whatever the case might be, I believe strongly this is a time where you can put in more energy in the revolution. Maybe it's a time you want to, there were things or our history that you've forgotten or that you've not grasped very well. This might be the time you want to take to go back, re-educate yourself. Why are we fighting? Why are we in this battle? What is it that we want? Begin to re-educate yourself, And then there is Twitter out there for those who are on Twitter. Push more the fire. Ambazonians, let us push the fire. Let us give gas. Let us give gas. So if we are at home, locked down, we are out there not locked down, we should still continue to push the fire. We should not relent our effort. Because right now, what the enemy believes is that we are going to slow down, is that we are going to kind of give up, or that that because of the situation, they might want to now come and start attacking our people. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this call. Good evening and welcome to Vision for the Nation. How are you doing?
I am fine, thank you, sir. Good evening, and this is Comfort Control from the UK.
Yeah, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, dear Amazonians. I am just calling because you are handling, one of the important things that is going on now, and I would just like your idea of putting it. You just call to order, or I don't know where to start from, but it's good for us to know truly, as you say, that COVID-19 has not come to distract us.
Correct.
We are at war. We have great business at hand.
Correct.
We have a greater virus which is killing us even more than COVID-19 is doing. However, on the one hand, I would like to say notwithstanding, we still need to be COVID-19 free in order to combat the greater virus, which is called here and its gang.
Correct.
So yeah, it is advised that we respect and observe the preventive measures. However, the greater business we have at hand is Paul Biya. The greatest virus is Paul Biya. And this takes us to what Antonio Guterres has said. I just called on one show this evening too.
Okay.
Trying to let him know, I wish he could hear us, but someone, I wish someone could hear us, that Antonio Guterres is so naive to think that he will seize an opportunity like that of COVID-19 to tell people to drop their weapons. That's not done. Because why are the people fighting in the first place? We have genuine problems. The war, like the Amazonia war, is the war that has been going on for over 15 years. We just escalated and Paul Biya declared this war on us that is going on now. These are genuine problems that need genuine solutions. So you think that we use that little thing to wave over a serious issue that has to do with the lives of people. You know,
yeah.
When the Galpo incident occurred, and even if he issued one, it means that it was not strong enough. That's why I could not see it. So if Antonio were objective enough, because he knows exactly what is happening and what to do and not doing it, if he were objective enough, he would be calling people by name, say, hey, Paul Biya, call for a ceasefire to this war that is declared on a peace-loving people. You know? So we Ambazonians, we can't listen to such. There's no way we can go anywhere near laying down our arms or some ceasefire. Because the ceasefire can only happen on our side. Paul Biya will never do that.
Yeah,
so if he's serious, let it happen even on a triangle between La Republique, us, and him, the United Nations. On the maybe that they promised us that they will send a peace force or whatever they call it.
Yeah, peacekeeping force.
Force on the ground to protect our people, such that they will find time to go and finish it up in Switzerland. That's when we'll start listening. But then who should call a ceasefire should be Paul Biya, seizing the fire that he ignited in the first place. So we Amazonians, I think we have gone way so far that we cannot just wait somebody like Antonio Guterres to come and play over our minds. He is being we have been provoked enough, and we cannot let him provoke us again. So we are moving forward. Let us stay COVID-19 free.
Correct.
But let us combat the greatest issue, the greatest virus, that is Paul Biya, and we are capable of doing that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, comrade. God bless you, and thanks for all the advice. Stay blessed.
Thanks.
Okay. Wow, that was a very good one from our comrade, who, has just been sharing for us to be COVID-19 free. It's very important. I remember following Paul Dillon, who was saying that, advising those on ground zero, the fighters, to stop, tossing cigarettes and smoking and selling and, all that contact, physical and things like that, to do your best to try and stay safe. So we must do our best, because, if you get infected and it happens that you die, you'll not be there to do the fight. So we want to really stay that COVID-19 free, this coronavirus free. So we want to do our best. The indications are there, and I believe as time goes on, we will have more and more, directives of how to deal with this virus from the health department. Okay. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Vision for the Nation. How are you doing? Hello? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I'm watching. Yes, I want to congratulate the lady who has just spoken. Guterres is somebody, he's still enjoying that gold statue that he came and collected in Cameroon. And we can say his hands are tied to open his mouth and tell Mr. Paul Biya to stop this war. He has used this opportunity of COVID-19 not to even talk to Paul Biya, but he's indirectly telling Paul Biya. But what we see in him is that in Guterres is that that ghost that he came and collected here in the so-called capital Yaoundé, it is that one that is still holding him tight. So please, I thank that lady who has really spoken about this
Yeah, the aspect.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you so much for that contribution.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Okay. Wow, that's great. We're so happy for our comrade Comfort who called, Comfort Comfort who called, and just so you know, she's the one who is doing county roads. So you want to check it out on ABC Amber TV, here on on our station. So we thank her so much for those words. And yes, it's so funny that the world, when crises like this are happening, they are using it to instead pass on their own agenda. Or because that also for me, when I heard it, it did not make sense. Even the ISIS gave out a statement, a press statement, advising their people who go and attack in Europe and all the like, not to go and attack. I found that a little bit, not to go because of the virus. I found that a bit funny, and it just kind of like, wow, that's interesting. Anyway, this was just before all this lockdown started. But in any case, just to say, a lot of the time, people will use opportunity for a crisis to come and air out things that they want to say or their agenda. We are definitely not going to listen to that trash, because it is trash. It doesn't make sense. Everything is in place. There is a Swiss talk that is in place for these people to come and meet us. Okay. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Vision for the Nation. You are live on ABC Amber TV. How are you doing today? Hello? Yeah, I can get you now. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, just like what the lady said, Guterres has called for a ceasefire. But today, talks of Republic went to a neighboring village at Balende, attacked our restoration fighters. And also around the Kusala area in a place called Kusi.
In a place called what, sorry?
So they were going there to attack our restoration forces.
Okay.
With that, the rest is a hypocrite. We're just trying to, I don't know what to do. That's what is happening.
You're right, and thanks for that update, because it really proves that they are not serious in what they are saying. It's all, okay. Anyway, it's all a game. It's all a sham. It's of almost no effect what they say, because if they are serious, they will take the actions that they need to take concerning what they say. So yes, we're not going to be fooled by those things. Like our comrade is just updating us here in Moselele today. Our restoration forces were attacked. So who attacked them? La Republique soldiers, the thugs that came and attacked them. And these are the very people who have also heard the message that this Antonio Guterres has given out, isn't it? So why should we cease the fire? Why should we hold back when they are in no position or in no willingness to follow suit? So there's no point that is going to happen. Please disregard that conversation, disregard that statement from Antonio Guterres, because based on the fact that we have a peace talk there in Switzerland, the Switzerland talks that are there waiting for them to come on board. Yes, he should have come out and encouraged. Now I would take it that he spoke in a general way, but he can also be very specific. He knows what is going on. He's aware. The UN is aware. But we should not be waiting because the UN might never really turn up. We will have to continue pushing and fighting until a republic comes to sit on the table. Okay. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Vision for the Nation. How are you doing today? Hello?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, comrade. Go ahead.
I have a little contribution for what have just happened today.
Okay.
Yes, I heard they answered them who
Hello?
hello?
Yeah, can you come again? Sorry,
Hello?
you. Yeah, can you come again? Can you repeat what you were saying?
Said, yes, I said that one of the frontline members called Dr. Ebenezer Akangwa have already answered the UN Secretary the UN Secretary General.
Okay, good to hear. Yeah, I'm getting you.
Yes, things like this, we must play game also, because he have said that he have on Sunday he will be laying down his arm for 14 days. So lay down arm for 14 days does not mean that he will not defend himself if the enemy is coming. So I think it's a privilege for us to also make the world to know that we have respect the norm. Hello?
I'm getting you.
Are you getting?
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Yes, so we have to make the world to understand. We have to make the world to understand that we are respecting the norm of the UN Charter. But it does not mean that we should drop our arms or we should just stay low. No.
Yeah.
Yes. Because what I saw today, I saw what the last caller have just said. The military went and attacked a camp.
Yeah.
But they did not succeed. But they came with their then guns, then took some uniform for our soldiers. That is all what they came and did in Malindi. But they did not succeed to kill each of our fighters.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm getting you.
Yeah, so now we are pleading that all what we need now is just all the ground force, all the soldiers in the ground should unite. Because we are seeing something here. Some parents are already saying that most of this group are attacking this group. It has become a problem right now down here.
Okay.
So we just pray that there should be a unity for all the front line in Ground Zero fighting. All of them, they are fighting for the freedom of this land. And we don't see any one of them as La Republic Angel or whatsoever. So most of our parents are begin to have fed up, because a father will trust his own son that is fighting in Sokadef. A father will support his own son that is fighting in ADF. But once the other group go and attack and kill the other fighter, they become fed up.
Anyway.
They are fed up.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes.
Thanks.
So we're praying,
yeah.
We're praying for unity in the soldier. If we look clear, all the revolution they fought in the world, there is no one particular group that was there meant for. There were so many groups that were fighting. So many groups were fighting. So we should not say. Then there is other problem that. Please, although I will say this, but maybe you will think that it's not the right time for me to say this. We are pleading for Chris Ano. Once he's come on, he should stop insulting the other group.
Anyway, that is something that I will not really on the show. You know, I don't want you to be calling names and things like that. Let send a message directly to him. How they are dealing with these things. You see, there are things that are far beyond what you and I might know. So,
yes,
so let's leave at that. I think we want to focus on, our fight, our vision for our nation, and you are right. You are very right when you talk about the unity of the forces. There's a lot of things that are already in place. And I think that the interim government has been doing its best to see how to unite people. Now, you cannot, this is a revolution, right? This is a revolution. and we are all working together towards a common goal. Now, sadly, you will not have everybody who agree with you, even though there might be a general mass of people, or the majority might be on a particular goal, right? So yeah, so stuff like that, I would just for now leave it at that, because you can't really control. There are some things that you cannot control. But what I want to say to the parents and to those that are getting discouraged is that you don't have a choice to be discouraged. We are in a battle that even if you get discouraged or you don't get discouraged, La Republique is coming after you. So we have got to keep pressing on and keep pushing on. I can understand the concern when there are some infighting, but I think on a global scale that we are united. It's just that people don't see that aspect. It is sad and it's painful when we see some, little pots here and there of these things happening. But on a global scale, I think we are more stronger. Anyway.
Okay, let me just add one thing that we saw in this morning.
Okay.
One father saw during let me say that was by 11 o'clock. He went to the Facebook and he saw one thing in My Country People or whatsoever, that Dr. Ebenezer they have warned Dr. Ebenezer in the court in the US. So Dr. Ebenezer is calling for.
You know what? Let's leave these aspects of.
Just wait now. Let me give you let me.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Once about 3 o'clock, the father tuned on BBC Nigeria, and heard everything through BBC Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
From there, the father came back and said, what they talk about Dr. Ebenezer is a fraud, because he have listened to BBC Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
What Dr. Ebenezer said was that that they have to respect the norm of the UN Charter for 14 days.
Mm-hmm.
He had one of the mother force in the ground, the first force. So it's not that he want to drop arm, but he just want to respect. Mm-hmm. So he give the father morale. If you went and see something that was not right, you were already feeling attacked. Then before 3 hours, you heard from another media and saying everything. So it bring you back now.
Yeah, you're right. In terms of that decision, groups are out there, just like you mentioned, and I think probably after some consultation, they take those steps. But at the end of the day, we all have to put our heads together and see what's best for the revolution, isn't it? So, but you are right.
Yes.
We need to continue encouraging ourselves. We need to continue. You see, this battle is in many fronts, and it's in many dimensions. So, what we do, the best that we can do is that we all have a zeal to see that we accomplish our total independence, to keep on fighting, right? Some might lay their weapons, some might not. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, there's a general aspect of what we need to do, and one of it is that we need to stand and defend our nation. So regardless of whoever is calling for a ceasefire or whatever, and how other people are going to act to it, doesn't matter. Important thing is that we have the message to say we are not going to drop the weapons. We're not going to cease the fire. If the other person is not ready to cease the fire, and we have a Swiss talk, we have a place where we call you to come and sit down, let's discuss these things. So we're waiting for you there. So thank you very much for that contribution, and talk to you later. Okay, stay with us. Okay. Hello. Good evening and welcome to Vision for the Nation. How are you doing today?
Hello.
Hello, yeah. You can go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, good evening. Welcome to Vision for the Nation. I can hear you.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. I can hear you.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I just want to a bit
Okay, go ahead.
about there are two groups that the information, so they fight
They're fighting each other. I would differ with that.
Okay.
They are actually. Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, so we know that they are actually. There is a group they call ADF. That's a group that is fighting for Nairobi. It's an enabling. So if up to now he has not understood.
Hello? Okay.
There is a group like that against revolution that means they have a problem. And any parent that any parent.
Yeah, I can get you, although you're breaking.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. I can get you. You're breaking, though.
Yes, so it's network. So
Okay.
okay, which group is with like the ADF? It means the person, the individual has a problem. Because we know that there are two groups. We know that the restoration forces is that is fighting for the Indian government, and they have two fronts. They are fighting for the go against government, and they are fighting against the ADF. Because the ADF is against the restoration forces. So when somebody comes over and says that the two people come unite, how can they be uniting with an enemy? Somebody who is fighting against you, and you have to unite with him. How? It is like we're trying to say that let us forget about all those things. We know there's no parent. People in ground zero, they are well informed now what is happening already.
Okay.
They know. So they will not come up and say that some people are worried and so. Nobody is worried except those who are enablers for the republic. There is nobody on the ground that is what we have understood the system very well. Who is doing what and how are those things happening?
Good point. Hello? 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 Okay, sorry about that. Yes, good contribution there, and quite interesting talks there. Let me get this next caller. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Vision for the Nation. How are you doing? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hello, I can hear you. Welcome to Vision for the Nation. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you, Danny.
Yeah, good to hear your voice. What?
This is Clovis from Dubai.
Okay. Good evening, Clovis from Dubai. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm delighted to see you on this platform, and I just wish to appreciate the fact that you people are amplifying the movement,
Okay.
which is going on very smoothly. I just want to chip in a contribution.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, this contribution is if the leaders, irrespective of if you are coming from the IG, from whichever, I want to think that we have the same goal. So there is a lot of propaganda coming from all the parties, and we have one common enemy, that is La Republique. So in situations like this, what I've observed is whenever another organization makes a move, the other one goes ahead and counteract and castigate them. I think at this point in it is a moment that we all should come together as one and develop the ability to work together in order to get to the next level. Because we are at a position that we cannot go back. We cannot go back to where we were before. And as I talked to you just last week, I lost a stepbrother of mine.
Okay.
Who was in this,
And it is a sad news for me and for the rest of the family. But then we know that we are fighting a cause that we need to succeed at the end of the day.
Okay.
So propaganda coming from either party should be something that we should strongly abolish and try to come together as one. If you look at if you watch what the world says about our movement, what they say is we are confused because they really do not know who they want to talk with, because leaders are opting to be the ones in power and all of that. But if the leaders can talk from the background, they must not come to social media in order to announce their powers. They have, I believe that they have each other's phone numbers that they can talk from the background, and they come together as one person, and if they are coming to social media, they come as one person. Okay. In that way, we're going to be powerful, and we're going to have a good case to present in front of anyone that wants to judge us.
Okay. Thank you so much for your contribution. It's a very important thing that we have collaboration, unity, if we can, amongst us. I think one of the truth is that we really don't know the efforts of the leaders in the background. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I've heard Secretary Chris, who has mentioned time and again leaders and people from other groups that he has called, and who outrightly have taken a certain standpoint, which is not looking good for the revolution. We are in a revolution. Let the world not deceive you and people not deceive you that, oh, you guys, you are confused and so. There are many revolutions that have held, and they know the situations, they know the infighting, they know the challenge, right? It's not as if they don't know. Some of these things are political things that are just being said to make you people discouraged, or to make it look like you are not fighting together. Because if we were to take a census today and look at the reality of what is there, you will see that Ambazonians are united on a very large scale. But then we should be careful of the narrative that the world puts out there, because they'll make it look like you are confused. They'll make it look like, you don't really know what you want. The truth is that we know what we want. There have been many things that shows that, yes, we are united. Ask many people, even on ground zero, they will tell you that we want our total independence. We know what we want. You ask even many people, they will tell you that this so-called infighting is just a small group, or just a small amount of people who are trying to shake places. But the truth is that many people know what is going on. So, don't let that worry you, because you see, we live in a world where people have agendas, and they will do everything to try and bring their own agenda. But we who know where, it hurts or it pinches us, we are the ones that have to say, no, we're not going to allow that narrative. We are going to stand firm until they succumb to what we want, Anyway, thank you so much for that call, and let me get some other callers as well. Okay, stay blessed, yeah. Okay, that was a very interesting call out there. Let me take this other call. Hello, welcome to Vision for the Nation. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
I'm from Holland.
Oh,
Good evening.
yeah. How's the situation over there in Holland?
Oh, we are doing great.
Okay.
It was nice weather today.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to first of all appreciate you for this program.
Okay.
That said, I have some contributions to make. The first one is about the ceasefire.
Yeah.
For me, it's as simple as this. La Republic declared war on us. If there's any ceasefire that has to take place, they should be the one to start pulling out their forces, not us.
Okay.
So for me, it's just as simple as that. pull out your military, okay, our boys will also, relax. Okay, secondly, about this issue, the past callers, they talked about it, about collaboration. There's something going on. I heard, I don't watch it. If you are really a genuine fighter for the Ambazonian people, you fight against La Republic, why would you come out on TV and promise to take out somebody who everybody sees is for the struggle? And you call somebody like Field Marshal that they are like pockets of people who disturb. People like this, even if they do something genuine, just destroys everything.
Okay.
It shows how you don't. I ask myself, people say things like that. Are you really for the struggle? Look at what is going on in Batibo. People cursing ADF, people, women, children don't even know where to go because of ADF. But like Libya Alem, we see what the people are doing there. La Republic finds it very difficult to penetrate.
Correct.
And some people will come on TV, and instead of hailing those people, they instead try to say, I know their whereabouts. So how would you, in God's name, work with such people? Why?
I understand.
So for me, what we can do is like we can unilaterally condemn such people for those acts of what they are doing. We should condemn them because they tell us openly that they don't work for us. They work for La Republic. If you can say, everybody sees what the Libyan people forces are doing, the Red Dragons, you come out, you instigate the negative. I don't, for me it's good you call names. When somebody does something wrong, just call him out. And that's how we live in our modern society. Look at Donald Trump. He does something wrong, he's being called out immediately. So why can't we copy and do that thing? Like we say, we should all of us rally and condemn such actions.
Yeah.
So that's my own contribution, and let's not forget to support our LGAs and our counties.
Yeah, very important.
So that's what I want to say, and thank you so much for your program.
Okay.
It's very encouraging and teaching, and people should not feel discouraged. Ceasefire doesn't mean we are laying down our arms. It can't happen. They should pull out first because they declare war on us. If they pull out, okay, know what to do. So thank you so much.
Thank you too. Thanks for the contribution. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay, just to say on the issue of ceasefire, please, Ambazonians, I don't want you to be worried because people might have that fear that, our restoration force is going to lay down weapons and then La Republic giving a chance for them to come and kill us more. Don't be worried about that, because those who are in the forefront, in the battlefront, they know, they are aware that they cannot just lay down their weapons because there's no official ceasefire anywhere or any agreement. These things that happen on agreement basis. So don't be worried. You who is at home, know that your the restoration forces will not lay their weapons for something that is of no effect, because whatever was said is of no effect. This is not anything official. So please don't let that worry you. Don't let that be of a concern to you. Understand that God is in charge and that God is in control, and that your interim government, at least we know what we're doing. I mean, when I say we, I mean the interim government, because you have people, there's always consultation. One of the things I like about this government is the fact that there are always consultations and things are not just done in a rush and anyhow. So please do not be concerned about these things. I keep saying on this platform, do not allow yourself to be deterred by what you see out there. Know one thing for sure is that this is a God-ordained battle. We have seen so many things that have happened even in natural ways against the enemy, time and time and again. So we cannot let our guards down and think, oh, this is the end. This is not the end. Be COVID free, COVID 19 free. Do your best to stay healthy so that you can see the better tomorrow. But don't allow anything of such to worry you or to make you feel that we are going nowhere. We are going somewhere. We are going somewhere, and we must not think for any second or for any moment that our lives are just going to be, how do I say it, as if we are just going to fold our arms and let the enemy come and attack us. That will not happen. That will not happen. Even La Republique, they will continue to try to fight us, to kill us as much as they can, but we will not give them that opportunity. So don't allow that to deter you, to disturb you, to put you in a state of limbo, a state where you think this is the end. No, be encouraged. And I'm happy for the last caller who called to give those encouraging words for us to know that no, we are not laying our weapons down. I mean, I don't see why we should do it, because while we're talking, La Republique is right there attacking every now and then. So let me take this call. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Vision for the Nation. Hello. Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome to Vision for the Nation.
From Zero from in Mancon.
Okay, go ahead, comrade.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
That's right. What I want to tell you is that.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, can you repeat yourself, please? Sorry, you were cut off for a while. Hello.
I'm saying there is nothing like a way into one agreement for now. That is all the.
I'm having a.
Schools of thought coming into one agreement to make our revolution to be legitimate. What do you mean?
I'm getting you, but it's a bit difficult to get you clearly.
What I'm saying is that,
Yeah.
some people are thinking that all the forces that are geared towards this revolution should come into one agreement. To me, it's not. Now, if the revolution is now, because we are not always very smart. If we had come in one agreement, it would have been easy for them to make one over us.
Okay.
Have you gotten me?
I'm getting you, but when you get to some point, it breaks and it's hard following. So can you just repeat it again, please?
No. Some people are thinking that all the forces that are geared towards this revolution should come together into one agreement so that there should be some dynamism. Have you gotten me up?
Yeah, I've gotten you now. Yeah, I've gotten you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that if be so, it will not work. If we are well and if not one agreement, if we had came into one agreement, La Republique would have made a smart one of us.
That's right. Yeah.
So that now we are in one agreement, they cannot bribe us, they can bribe their way through.
Yeah, I get your point now, sir.
Yes.
I get your point. Okay, thanks so much. It's a bit difficult hearing you, but I get your point. One second. So okay, I have another call coming in, but the comrade was simply saying, in case you didn't get that, because it was quite hard for me to get myself, but the comrade was simply saying that the ideology of coming together as one group will hardly work, because people think that they were going to create dynamism when we come together as one, but then La Republica also use that to still destroy us, because they might be bribing people here and there. So, which makes sense, since we are divided, well, not divided as divided, but since we have different groups, that also makes it even more dynamic, which is true, because they cannot just easily get all of us like that. So that's also a good point. Okay, let me see. Second. Let me see. Okay, so just calling this person that missed the call. Okay. So yes, a lot of things have been said about unity collaboration. To be honest with you, I think we'll have to do a show on that topic. Also, I try to avoid calling names of groups and things like that, because people get offended at times. And but the truth of the matter is that we have to face reality. There is a common goal where we are all gearing towards. And if people or groups or some group will not align themselves for the common goal of what we want, then I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's good. So we are not going to allow that. So I don't see how, like this other comrade was just saying, how if people do not, because you have some people who absolutely want things to be done in their ways and not in the ways of what the Ambazonia people want. So how is that going to happen? It's something that I don't know. There's no magic wand that's going to force everybody who is not really willing to. We have to be very careful. But I don't want to go into that so much now. I will do a show. I'm very sure that will be a hot show, because people will be saying so many different things. But at the end of the day, what is it that we want? What is it that we want? We want to see Ambazonia a total independent country. We want our children to be free, our people to be free, for us to be able to enjoy the land that God has given us, and also to put into place, the things that God wants us to do regarding our nation, because we have a duty, we have an assignment to also take care of. Hello. Okay. Sorry, I'm not able to get that. But anyway, as I was saying, that hopefully I will do a show on that. So just watch out, and I really want to see the contribution of many people. Now I know that a lot of people call with different views and different ideas, but you see, the more we talk, the more we begin to we tolerate each other. The more we share our ideas, we know what people really think, and we encourage ourselves here. But just to summarize, to say, unity, collaboration are two different things. We might not fully agree on something, but then we can collaborate to achieve what we have as a common goal. So that is a topic that I would probably push it for some other time. But right now we are talking about COVID-19 that will not slow us. And I believe strongly that regardless of the situation, we are not going to be slowed down. Okay. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Vision for the Nation. Hello. Hello. Yeah, hello, good evening. Welcome to Vision for the Nation. How are you doing today?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, go ahead. Hello?
Yes, my one tell you say which way we not it run. You see, you will find it, we don't be for granted. That man wanted to take you see, please don't talk up for television. Yeah, how we they don't call the opposite side if they even come we should don't when they talk. But they know they come. Hello?
Yeah, I get you. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. I want thank you. I want thank you very much for what you wait. You did really when I did one wait for Grand Zero here. You know,
Hello? Anyway, thank you, Mommy. I don't hear you, although it'll be challenging for you. It'll be a bit difficult. Hello?
okay, make me I talk and my voice should go up on now.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead now. I hear you clear now, Mommy. Sorry about that. There's really a lot of bad network, phone network, and it's at times very difficult to hear what our comrades are saying. Hopefully, okay. Sadly, I have to drop this because it's not going through. Anyway, the last caller was just thanking me for doing the show and also mentioning the fact that Secretary Chris had already said it that an arm was reached out to some of these groups and they are not really willing to collaborate. And I think somehow, it's not somehow, that's the reality of the matter. Also, I want you, please, I don't want us to be on this topic again about groups, unity and stuff like that. That is really a very big topic, which I would prefer to handle in another show. But right now, I would like us, if you're calling, contribute to encourage our people out there. In this moment, in this challenging period, have hope. Don't let anything to deter you. Have hope. Ground Zero, the one thing I like with Ground Zero, because the people are united, they have one mind, they know where we are going. So regardless of all what is happening on social media, people coming up with stories, people I even heard of somebody who was accusing and forming story about another person who is totally even not what they're saying. It's getting crazy. But at the end of the day, this is just a 0.something% that is making noise, whereas the rest of the people, they know what they want. They are not deterred. Ambazonians are not deterred. We are not deterred. We are united. I'm not going to take the case of 1, 2, 10 people who are making a lot of noise and 7.9 something percentage of our people that are all determined and they know what they want and we're all gearing to be something that will worry me or worry our people. No, it's just a little handful of people that, because you always have that, sadly. But that doesn't mean that we are not united. That does not mean that we are not collaborating. If I'm not mistaken, we have the act that is there, and if I look at the list, the amount of groups there are so many of the groups that have come to unite, and that group that is, that embodiment that has come together to, with regards to the Swiss talk and so on, it's not a small amount. Some people think it's just the interim government that is there. It's a long list. It's a long list of different people, different groups that have decided to come together to collaborate and work towards our goal. So let us not be deterred and disturbed by all these things. But in any case, I think I would treat that in some other show, about unity, collaboration, and all the like. And I think it's even better to have somebody who is an expert to discuss more. But I believe Ambazonians, we all have the right, and we can air our minds and our opinions. But also, while airing your opinion and while airing your mind, do not take others for granted, and don't think that they are not human beings or behave as if they are not human beings. We ought to continue to be civil, because that is who we are. So, in a few moments, I'm going to close down the show. So thank you so much for all those who have called for the contribution. You are the ones that make this show to run, because you're the ones that call to give your ideas. Now, for next week, we intend to look at the structure of our healthcare. How are we going to tackle some of these pandemics? What kind of structure can we put in place? How are we going to tackle our growing age, the elderly? What are the vision? What is the vision? What is it that we can do? Yes, as a new nation that will emerge, we might not have so much at the beginning, because we are just starting our nation, and there's a lot of work, and things to be done. But even in that little beginning, the Bible says, do not despise the days of little beginning. So even in those days that we are going to start our little beginning, which is just to say the start of our nation, how are we going to cater for, our loved ones, for people that have, there's a lot that has gone on, and so many people have been hurt, so many psychologically, physically, and abuses and all kind of stuff, so what will we put in place? These are the kind of questions and the kind of things that I would like us to look at, because as vision for the nation is simply vision for the nation, the vision for our nation, Ambazonia. Now, we don't only talk about Ambazonia, but that is our main topic. In fact, if you go on our YouTube channel, you will see that almost every video as of now is about Ambazonia. But yes, it's a vision that started because of Ambazonia, and it has got to stay the main focus. So, we want to look next week. So prepare. If you have some ideas, maybe you have an idea of some very good structural plan or things, or how we can organize our health system. That would be really good to hear from you. Let me take this caller. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Vision for the Nation.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening, ma.
Yes. I just want to say thank you.
Okay.
The job well done.
Okay.
And to say a few things that are not moving well in my head. I just want to talk about the program on Sunday, and we can correct it. It will be very nice for us, because those who coordinate the program, they talk too much about individuals, calling people's names, saying, don't let them. When I was working, I had francophones. They use this statement on us. Vous, les anglophones, what can you do when you talk too much?
Okay.
What can you really do when you talk too much? You can't do anything. And I believe that our dirty lenses, we must not come on the air and talk about them. We must talk in a forum where the whole world will not hear what we are saying. Some people come up, especially those who work on Sunday. I don't want to call anybody's name. Those who work on Sunday, they know themselves, they know what they did on Sunday, because I followed the program, the first speaker and the second speaker. It was a mess. I cried. Please, if we want to build our nation, we should build our nation with secrecy. With a lot of, I castigate B, B will castigate C, and C will castigate G, and it will be a sham. I pray that whatever that is going on, please, we should stop it. And more to that, I want to encourage the Amazonians that coronavirus is not our portion. And then Lord Almighty is with us. So the coronavirus, not the way we are not getting mad, we are fighting for our rights, rights from and God is with us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you as well, and have a blessed day as well. Okay. Wow, that's an interesting one about what our comrade just said, and I think people have different opinions. It's a bit hard for me to really say because I wasn't opportune to watch the show. I probably have to go and watch it myself. But I was not opportune, so it's a bit difficult for me to comment on that because I don't really know who said what or what happened. But our focus for now really it's about even in this season we are not going to be deterred as Ambazonians. We are not going to be deterred to press on with our quest, to press on until we get the justice that we need as we keep on walking towards our total independence. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Vision for the Nation. How are you doing today? Hello?
Doing great, but what the world is looking forward to, a pandemic that is affecting the whole world.
Okay.
And we have long suffered of a virus, French Cameroon, Bobia, who has been killing our people, Bobia, who has been doing this in a hidden manner. But bear with me that God has been watching this, and we are on the safe side. We are on the side of victory. And we continue to tell our people that we should not be discouraged because we have already gained our country. We have restored our independence. We are just building for our institution and going this move. But let's not forget, because from the beginning, Mr. Biya considered us to be insignificant group of a so-called country that he had merged us without a legato. And I will tell you that we people of Southern Cameroon need to look forward and consider everyone who is fighting for the cause as a better person, and as rightly said by our comrade Abdul Karim Ari, that we are not supposed to criticize people in public. We have their number, we have ways that we can get to them. We should use the proper approach, we should use the proper way in handling the issues, because the world is watching and building fires for each and everyone who is out there as a leader, anyone who sits in the platform and say things that he is trying to castigate another person. He is castigating himself. But the time will come when we will be free. Nature will judge everyone, why our institutions too have to do that. And going on the focus of our aspect of today, which is affecting the life of everyone in the world, the coronavirus, I would say our people, there is a coronavirus, there is a disease, and it is very dangerous. Please, we have to stay home. Even if we have the leader we have, we should manage. We have been suffering in pains for over 4 years now. And it is not only that a disease has come in now, that people will tell us that we have to stay put, we have to drop our weapons, we have to cease fire. Ceasing fire will give there an opportunity to wipe away our children, to wipe away our parents, and our sisters, our mothers, our families. So it is time for us to stand up. It is time for us to look forward and trusting God and making our own responsibilities as citizens of Ambazona and trying to maintain a comfortable way of precautions that will prevent or avoid spreading the disease in our communities, both in southern
yeah, southern
Cameroon. Fighters should put a lot of precautions because the government of Cameroon so weak it is and still walk away to be able to maybe get our fighters through this disease because they are evil. And we only pray and thank every one of us that is fighting for the cause. Every one of us, we have a conscience, and this conscience has to.
Okay.
It is not to be judged by every one of us, but we feel it, and we are going to see the results after this coronavirus.
Okay, thank you so much.
I need to thank you for
your
attendance on the last protest in the UK, and I would need to thank what you people did there. I was so amazed. And I say so many things like that are still to come.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Jubilee, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, we were 2 weeks ago at the grounds of the Commonwealth, protesting against the fact that La Republic is still in the Commonwealth, with all this carnage and with all these things that they have been doing to our people. So thanks so much for that, last caller, and thank you also who's been watching. Thanks so much for your time and for your contributions. Like I said, next week we'll be looking into the healthcare, and I'd like you, if you hear me, when you join, please do come up with ideas that we can share together, that we can share so as to look into the future, so as to look into our nation. Let me pick up this call. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Vision for the Nation. How are you doing today? Hello. Yeah, hello. Good evening. I can get you. Go on, comrade.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah. My name is King Peking. I'm calling for the UK.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
I want to first of all thank you for your good work for you're doing for the nation of Ambazonia.
Okay.
And I want to say that you should continue the good work.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to contribute, give my own one amber.
Okay.
To this program.
good one, yeah.
I want to say that our TV, the Ambazonian TV, the ABC, is doing a good job.
Thank you.
And that with the people on Ground Zero, the boys from Ground Zero, they are very, very happy following the program, especially those who have TVs at home.
Okay. That's great. Great to hear.
I just want to say that, to give a caution,
okay,
that the revolution has reached a stage where we should stop calling names. We should follow stay focused, and stop name calling,
okay,
and blame game.
Okay.
We are not. This is not the stage now that we have to be doing blame game. We have to stay focused. The lion. The lion is the Republic of Cameroon.
Correct.
Which is the major target right now. We should not be thinking of this person has done this or this person doing that. If you know that somebody is trying to distract you and you stay with the distraction and stay focused, that person will get tired. I don't see the need for us to be going on TV now and spend programs calling, oh, this person has done this person is in Nabla, this person has done this, blah, blah, blah. All we need now is, what do we have to offer for the Ambazonians to get to Buea real quick? That is what we have now at focus. And the next focus is, how are we going to support our LGAs and our county? in order to say that all our boys, they stay safe and healthy.
Correct.
They have their first aid kits, they have what to eat, and they are living well. They have every material that as rainy season is coming in, they have everything, logistics in order to cover the rain. They have all the medication that if they fell ill, they can be able to take a first aid before they will get to them. And those are the things that we have to be looking at. We should not be looking at all those jargons. All those things are all distractions.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. And you're doing a good job. Just keep the good work, sir. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay. On that note, I'm not going to take any further calls. I think the last caller has really said it all, and he's put a lot on in perspective, because it's really time, like he said, that we begin to look how we can support our LGAs, support our counties, support our restoration fighters in times like this. How do they survive? How do they eat? That is really, really important. And I'm so happy for this last call. I'm going like that so that it stays fresh in our mind. Remember your LGAs, remember your county, see how you can promote your the Ambazonia call amongst your people, because some people are still on the fence. So, be your brother's keeper. Be out there to see how you can support them. And I'm not picking any calls right now. So, so be your brother's keeper. Look into your LGA. I know somebody wrote to me, in case she's watching, asking me for an LGA. I'm sorry I haven't yet gotten back to you, but I will try my best to do that as soon as I can. Talking about a contact for the LGA. But they are out there. In most cases, contact those who are from your same area, and then, try to find out from there, because at the end of the day, not everybody will know who is responsible for what. But those who are in their various LGA will know themselves and will easily identify. So we encourage you to, identify yourself, find those, or write to the interim government, or write to friends around, or in forums that you are, and try to identify those that are responsible for your LGA, for your county. So that is something that I would really encourage. In fact, on that note, I think this period is a period where we really need to see how we can cater for those who are weak, for those who are who have limitations, for those who are in any way like handicap, or that cannot really be able to do some things. So we should think of those who are weak, those who are sick, those who are in the battlefront. How do we support them? And like the caller said, I think it's time that we re-strategize, because during this period where there's lockdown globally, and which in Ambazonia it might be coming, wait for the interim government, whatever it is that it's going to come out, you're going to be fully aware, so don't worry about that so much. But begin to strategize and think how you will help and support those that are in the battlefront, and those that are weak, and those that are not able to achieve some things. And for those in the diaspora, please, while you're at home, while you are in a lockdown situation, it is time that you take that opportunity as well to see how you can tell our story, to see how you can reach out to those on ground zero, with the help, with the support, with the love, with the encouragement that they all need, because they face the bullets every day. And just to also say that we are not going to lay our weapons, we're not going to lay down our arms to say, hey, we are ceasing the fire. No, just as we heard this very today, where people were attacked in ground zero. I don't know if it was Malindi. I think it was Malindi, from what one caller told us. So we must still be on our guard, and regardless of who is doing what, let us stay focused. Do what you can do to push the revolution further, to reach out to those that you can reach out. So it's our responsibility, it's our global responsibilities as Ambazonians to see how we can encourage each other, to see how we can reach out to each other, be it finance, be it encouragement, be it in food, be it in strategies. We need all of this. And one of the things I would say is, you know what, let us put away this hatred, because it's a lot of hatred that people are showing left and center. Not to say that there is hatred overall, because I don't see that. But even the little ones that are there can discourage so much. So let us inspire ourselves, love ourselves, be one another keeper, and also, encourage each one that is in the front out there with the quest. And also let us be aware and be careful of those that are out there to sell us, that are out there to cause pain as well. So we want to also take note of that. So yeah, so somebody's asking if there's a TV channel. Yes, we have our TV channel on Ground Zero that is covering Sub-Sahara on the satellite. So yes, we are live on ABC. So let people not be confused. We are not just on the internet. We are, in fact, we have millions watching us on Ground Zero in Africa. You have people who even been calling from different nations who are not Ambazonians physically but in the spirit, who call in and who contribute as well, and who write to me in the background. So yes, we are out there, and we thank God for what He is doing. Continue to sustain the revolution, continue to stay fast, and remember that this is a God-ordained revolution. You will hear me say it over and over, because that is what it is. So the Lord God Almighty has ordained this revolution, and we will have our total independence. On that note, I want to say thank you so much for watching. For the children out there, on Ground Zero, I want to say, please don't be discouraged. Know that there is a better tomorrow for you and for me. And God loves you above everything. And, pray to Him, ask God that all this war will come to an end, so that you are able to go freely back to school, and you are able to enjoy the life that God has for us. So, don't be discouraged in this moment. Be encouraged, everyone. Be determined, be focused, and do not allow anything to deter you. I keep on repeating that. So yes, thank you so much for watching. I am MC Danny, your host, and I'll see you again next week on Wednesday, 8 p.m. if nothing happens that will shift the program or for it to be cancelled. So yes, next week, Wednesday, check me out on on ABC Amber TV. And also, do not forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Please go there. In case you're not able to find some of the older videos, you can go there and check them out. Search for Vision for the Nation. And also, if you want to write to us by email, it is visionftn@gmail.com. So it was nice having you here on the show. It was nice for all the those who contributed, who gave their contribution. Thank you so much. I'm so excited and delighted for the wonderful contribution that came from our comrades, both the male and the female. It's so exciting to hear when all these comments are coming in with encouragement to encourage each and every one of us. So thank you so much for being there. Thanks also for the encouragement, and also just to say we will finish this fight in a victorious way with our total independence. God bless you. Have a nice day, and see you next week by the grace of God. Bye for now.
Down the street with branches of trees, expressing our grievances. Everybody knows that green is for peace, calling our government to address our needs. Before we know soldiers with gun. My brother ran, but he fell on the ground. The soldiers came on him, I heard him shouting, let's stand for a right. Don't give up the fight. Your children unite and stand for your right. Let's stand for a right. Don't give up the fight. Your children unite and stand for your right. You're teaching me in French, but I'm an Englishman. Judging me in French, but I'm an Englishman. You can't speak English, I can't speak French. Yet you are leader on an English land. I don't know what the government is thinking about, but half of the story has never been told. You know education is better than gold. Before they killed him, I heard him say, let's stand for our right. Don't give up the fight. Your children unite and stand for your right. Let's stand for our right. Don't give up the fight. Your children unite, oh, and stand for your right. Blush, no man fake and hurt. Who ya blush, no man fake and hurt. So brother, sister, mama, papa, make we come together. And you that keep in silence and you think that you're free. And when the rain falls, it fall on every house. And when the fire burn, it burn on every house. So let's stand for a right. Don't give up the fight. Your children unite and stand for your right. Don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. Your children unite and stand for your right.
Welcome to Vision for the Nation.